going on, fellas, and welcome back to Hertha Hero. Today is the first game of the season. As you will have seen in the last episode, we went through the transfers, new staff, and we did the awards as well, I think, at the start. Yeah, at the start of the episode. In this one, we're going to be playing against Schalke. As I mentioned in the last episode, they have taken one of our players on loan 4 days ago, so I don't know if he's going to be starting. Be interesting to see. Velasco, like I said, I think he could be quite the player. Expectations for the season, I don't remember if I talked about them. They want us to avoid a relegation battle. They want us to get to the first knockout round in the Champions League, so we do need to qualify from our group. And the Pokal, they want us to reach the semi-final. So at least with the Pokal this year, we won 9-0, which was definitely a big plus on what we did last year when we struggled. We laboured to a victory. Dynamics, I don't remember if I showed you this. We're pretty good for everything. So that is fantastic. Staff-wise, I think I did show you that. We brought in a new assistant manager, Cindy Lobo. No, I do remember saying that actually. My favourite assistant manager is now with the club. And we are going to go into the first game of the season with a couple of suspensions and a very important player who's out injured. The goalkeeper is going to be out for 6 weeks, so that means O'Hara and Yerstein are going to duke it out for the first portion of the season. Not looking forward to it. Van Drongelen and Mitchelstad both suspended for today's game. So I think I already mentioned this. I don't know if I made changes. I think I thought about making changes, but I don't think I actually did any. But we have O'Hara in goal, Arias and Nets as the wing-backs, Tornariga and Gervidal as our centre-backs, Quina and Meyer as the central midfield, Luca Biacco and Del Rosen as the wide men, Piatek and Gabigol up front. So we're going into this game. I do expect us to do quite well this year. As I said, the board wants to avoid relegation or avoid a relegation battle, but the expectation is that we're going to finish third, which I do somewhat expect as well. I expect us to be up there in terms of finishing, as long as we don't get too badly hampered by the start we're going to have with the fact that we're not playing with a full strength side. Like for example, O'Hara, definitely not first choice goalkeeper. Nets, potential to be first choice left back, but not currently. And other than that, I don't know. I can't figure out who the best box to box midfielder is since Derrida left. So we are playing with Quina today, but we do have Duda on the bench, and Toussaint can play there as well, although I think he'd probably be more of a playmaker type. And Meyer punts that one quite high and wide. They aren't playing our winger or our player that they took on loan today. Gabigol, Luca Biacco, 2 shots there, both blocked. Garvidal, Tornariga, both my centre backs on the ball. Not what you want. Meyer gets dispossessed. Vinicius Jr. bombs down the wing. Luca Biacco looked like he was going to hack him down, but he doesn't. Nets wins it, and Del Rosen charges back in the opposite direction. He's cut inside. And did he Rabona that to Gabigol? That looked like a Rabona from Del Rosen. We'll have to get a better look at this. Javier Del Rosen. No, it just looked like a Rabona. It's a dinked ball across. Never going to get to see if Velasco's on the bench. Forgot to check. Luca Biacco. Piatek's offside. Yeah, he's not even celebrating. Just kind of looked around and yeah, you could see he was pretty offside. And Arne Meyer, very offside. What's Arne Meyer doing over there? So Velasco doesn't even make it on the bench for Schalke. Interesting. Nastasic has picked up an injury for them. Piatek not having a great game. Same with Luca Biacco. 2 players that really can't afford to have bad seasons because they have plenty of players. Oh, Tornariga with the goal. Oh. Lukabiako can't afford to have a bad season, and Piatek really cannot have a bad season, because there is plenty of players, and plenty of players who can play in their position, and I have no problem in dropping anybody from this team. Nobody is immune in this team, because we have plenty of players who can play in any position, and I am willing to give everyone an opportunity. And that's quite the goal. I don't think any goalkeeper would have stopped that one, so I'm not going to blame O'Hara for struggling with this one, because it was quite the rocket ship. Maybe O'Hara could have gotten closer to it, but it's fine. We're just going to tell the lads that we're not happy. Far from pleased. Tornariga's having quite the game, which is nice. Hopefully he doesn't get too complacent. But yeah, Lukabiako not having a great game. Arne Meyer's not having a great game. Piatek's picked himself up a small bit in that second half, or towards the end of the first half. Arias floats it in. Gabigol just puts it over. They've left Nastasic on, which is interesting. Don't know what his injury is, but it's obviously not that bad if they decided to keep him on. Now their striker has picked up an injury as well. We have 72,760 people show up to this game. They're really racking up the yellow cards. And I guarantee they're going to say that we're playing a very aggressive style when they're the ones picking up all the yellows. Quina all the way back to O'Hara. Puts it out to Nets. I was waiting for him to turn 17 so I could start playing him, because he is quite the prospect. We're going to make a change. Lukabiako is going to come off for Alvarez. Going to make him just standard winger. Do I want him? Yeah, leave him on attack. Piatek, you can come off for... I'll give him Mayoral chance, but I make him the advance forward, and Gabigol can be the complete forward. We leave it at that for now. With 20 minutes left, Arias gets dispossessed by Vinicius Jr., somehow playing for Schalke. Easy for O'Hara to keep a hold of. For some reason we haven't made our change, and was that Lukabiako? It was Quinn. I lost the ball that time. Vinicius Jr. cuts the whole way across, and O'Hara. That was some weird mechanics there, because he kind of grabbed the ball, but he was away from it. It's fine. It worked. That's all that matters. For our final change, we are going to take Arne Meyer off, which is not something I'd ordinarily do. I'm going to bring Toussaint on to play as the playmaker. I hope that is not an error. I don't think it will be. That was quite the block. I don't know if it was the goalkeeper or if it was one of the centre backs, but that was very, very close. It's been a tight game so far, to be fair. Clear cut chance wise, it's even, but Schalke have had 3 half chances to our 1, but that makes no difference because we've come out on top. First game of the season. Tornariga, man of the match. Fantastic, lads. Oh, this could be a good season. Arne Meyer and Lukabiako, as I said, ye are not in a situation, nobody is in a situation, like I said, where they can kind of just bounce around the place, happy out. You know, we don't have to worry about it because we're guaranteed first team players. Nobody is guaranteed first team in this squad. The Sulkers have to pick up a calf strain. Don't care. Mayoral makes his debut. Tornariga, man of the match. No. Defence work was top notch. Can't tell you that your goal was fantastic. We're trying to send Shakunbi out on loan, but the loan manager keeps rejecting offers because they're from clubs in Nigeria. Yeah, they're Nigerian clubs. He doesn't want to send them out to Nigeria, which is just delightful. When do we come back? We have to come back for the draw for the Champions League group. When is that? Is that on the... So the group draw is just before the Borussia Mönchengladbach game. So what I do is I'll bring you back in the next episode for the draw, and we play the first game of the Champions League. So that'll be fun times. I cannot wait for us to have an opportunity to play Champions League football. And we should have a decent time, I would imagine. And hopefully we can do something in the Champions League. If we could win the Champions League second season, that would be just amazing. Don't think we will though. That's a bit too far, I would imagine. But we shall see. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe. Share with all of your friends. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!